Hello friends, welcome back to Creative Ends International. Sorry, I've been away for some time. All right, so back to business. We are going to be talking about this particular beautiful headpiece that you can see in this place. It's so cool. It fits every occasion, but mostly for traditional outfits like our normal traditional gowns that we make, body all gowns, made with all these native materials, where tailor will sew for you, those traditional look, gown, and all of that is better on it rather than using an English way. That's just by the way. So the video is going to be focusing on how I was able to achieve this beautiful headpiece and what I did to do it. What's the quantity of ashoke and everything that I would need to make this project a success? I'm going to let you know. So I'm going to start by using this ashoke fabric now, and then I would also like to use a Mako because I have a very small size of Alice band, and I don't really think that this very small size can carry what I want to do. So for that reason, I'm going to increase the size of the Alice band using my Mako. All right, so that's just it. So the length of the Mako is going to be the length of the Alice band, but the width of the Mako that I would be using is going to be 2 inches. But you can decide to do less than 2 inches. It's not a must that you have to use 2 inches. You can do less than that, but I actually used 2 inches. And then I went ahead. I'm a little bit slow in this place just because I want you to understand it. All right, so like I said, the length is the length of the Alice band, eh? So I will now fix this Mako to the Alice band. And for me to fix the Mako to the Alice band, I just don't want to be I don't want to do anything freehand with it. So what I went ahead to do was that I had to mark the middle of the Mako, and then so that I apply hot glue to the Alice band, and from there I just place it on it and it was perfect. All right, so in order for you to avoid this your Mako slanting to the wrong direction, it's good that you be a little bit careful, spend a little time to do a little bit of extra work. Don't just be in a hurry. So you mark the middle, apply your glue, glue it to it, and you see that it's going to be very perfect. All right. All right, so at this point I want to create the fan. I start by folding a triangle. Once you fold this triangle, it's going to give you the shape of a fan. Immediately it's going to help you to get that shape of a fan. So you start by folding a small triangle inward, and immediately after that just start taking a convenient fold. Don't let it be too big. Some people are just too much in a hurry. You see them on, they want to fold fast. So don't let it be too big. Let it be moderate and let it be reasonable. All right, but it has to continuously be in a slanted form. If you can continue it like that, you will achieve a very beautiful fan flow without any hindrance at all. But you can see that as I am doing it, I am actually sewing, and the reason why I am sewing is to be able to keep it in place. Some persons will say, oh, let me just go ahead and glue. Well, I'm not against it, but I'll just tell you some of the difficulties you might encounter doing that. Number one, if you make any mistake, you will not be able to correct it easily, because already the ashoke would have been sticked to the position you placed it. All right. So I don't really like it because of that reason. And then another reason is that when you need to use your needle and thread to sew, after applying your what do I call it now, your glue on every part you are folding, it's going to be too strong and difficult for your needle to pass through. It's going to really stress you. So I really like that I do something that is accurate. It might be a little bit time consuming, but I prefer to give my time to it so that I'll get the best out of it, instead of being in a hurry and then you end up wasting your material. You don't want that to happen. So we just go ahead and sew it bit by bit carefully, the way you see me sewing now. We continue to slant and form the flow of the fan, and then when we are done, I'll show you the next thing to do. But if you want to know what length of ashoke you can use, you can go with, let's say 70. You can go with 70. Yeah, so that it will be long enough for you to be able to get the curve, that is the roses on the edge from it. So I prefer you go with 70, between 70 to 80. All right, but the one I used for this project, I did not measure it to, but I shall know that between 70 to 80 inches is perfect. Yeah. So I just kept folding. I did this in an excessive line because I want to use it to explain something. If not, if you have 60, if you have 65, 70 is perfect. But I did not measure this. I just went excessively in my folding. I did SS for it. And after that, you can see now what I did can actually go for two, but because of the roses it cannot go for two. But if it's just going to be a very simple fan, it can go for two. So this is it. This is it. We gum it or glue it to the band, to the Alice band. But while you are doing that, I would like to encourage that you be a little bit careful, because I did not sew. But if you have the time, remember this is training. If you have the time, sew it. Oh, sew it. Me, I like, when I do my work, I like it to be durable. Yeah, that's the right word. I want it to be durable. I don't want a situation where any little mistake can just cause the work to crash. So I like that when I'm doing it, let me give it my time. Whatever you make and you make well will advertise itself. Yeah, so I like to give it my time. So if I'm doing this and it's not for this, the purpose of this training, I would be using my needle and thread. Remember that Mako is sewable. Mako is sewable. Do you understand? It's quite easy for you to sew Mako. Yeah, Mako is sewable. So I prefer to sew. But don't worry, I glue sha. Okay, so after gluing to like let's say like half of the Alice band, you stop, and then you start to create your roses. Okay, and I don't want you to glue too far so that the roses can be well positioned. All right, so you glue it to the middle, you stop, create your roses. Of course, your roses is going to cover every other part that you need to cover. How do we create these roses? You just fold it. That's it. You see me now, see the edge I'm holding, you fold it in, fold it in, fold it in. Then you use your needle and thread to sew. Again, some people that want to be very fast with it, they just go ahead and glue. I will always say that I am not against it. Okay, I'm not against it, but if you love durability, all right, I would like that you use your needle for some part of your work. Don't just go ahead and say, oh, the hot glue is here, that's what I'm going to. No, just use your needle. So you can see that it's quite easy for us to wrap. Okay, but now why I said 60 inches is enough, is that of course you can just wrap like this and you are done. The interesting thing is that that's why I said I made it long, because I want to explain something. All right, the interesting thing is that the more you fold, the first fan that you folded is going to collapse. Do you understand? It's going to collapse. So it's better you fold and just arrange and you are done, rather than continuous folding. If you want to do a continuous folding, what I am doing now is what you will continue to do. Just know that every first fan you create is going to go down, as the next one we go on it, as the next one we go on top of it, is going to crash the first fan. So there's another method we use in doing this. When you fold the first one, you can see what I'm doing. You pass it through to the bottom. If you pass it through to the bottom and tack it carefully, you will have a wider fan. Sorry, yes, now a wider roses. Yeah, so that's just it. While I was actually making this video, I never knew that my camera was quite close to me, so it's not really making what I want to really show very well to show, because it was too close to me. Okay, so this is just how I fold, and after that I'll gently place it on the Alice band, put some stones if you like, and I am done. So I will use the few minutes remaining for this video to welcome all those persons that are discovering Creative Ends International for the first time. If today is the first time you are discovering me, I'm so glad you were actually able to discover me. Thank you very much. And also that out of all the many videos that pop up for your question or your search, you pick mine. I appreciate it. But I want to encourage you that this place is a community. Do you understand? We belong to, we care about each other. Yeah, that's the right word. Okay, so this is a community. I would love that you belong to this community, so that you can grow in your business. Yeah, I bring every form of training so that you'll be able to do well with what you are doing. Do what you are doing with confidence. So that's just it. So after we are done, we tack it a little bit, and you place it on the part you want it to sit, and that would just be all for the tutorials. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please do not forget to interact with us by giving us a thumbs up. All right, and then you can just go ahead to shout me up by saying I love it, I appreciate it. It's so beautiful. Truth, I'm not going to deceive you. I've been so busy, I've not been able to upload videos. If not, we have too many contents to upload. Please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Don't watch today and leave and not subscribe. Oh, you might not find us the day you are looking for us. Subscribe, hit on the notification bell so that you don't miss us. Do you understand? All right.